Inconceivable is said to avoid an answer. You feel dissatisfied thinking saying inconceivable is a way to brush it off. So, how is that any different from those religious people who talk about where the universe came from? Where are humans from? Did God make us? Where is God? Inconceivable in Buddhism means two lines in Samantabhadra's vows. He complies with all beings and rejoices in virtue. So going with the flow is actually a key subject for us to practice and study. But what about our thoughts and intentions? Grasping, people, going with the flow, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Going with the flow means you still act, but with joy and effort. Layman Li Muyen never rests. Off to a meeting tonight. He's absolutely flat out. He can't sleep. He helps sentient beings and rejoices in others' merit. See how much energy he has. He's not doing it for himself. He's doing it for all sentient beings. Doing things for sentient beings, but not clinging to the idea of sentient beings, nor being attached to the act of doing. This is called wisdom. This is called the perfection of prajna. In giving, if you're not attached to appearances, as the Prajnaparamita Sutra says, the three aspects are all empty. You're not attached to the giver, not attached to the recipient, and not attached to the gift or the four requisites being given. You're not attached to any of it. That's what's called the perfection of prajna. In this way, giving becomes the perfection of giving, not attached to keeper or kept. Moral perfection. And so on, all the way up to meditation. From this, we can see that in our everyday lives, in every little thing, if we can learn about subject and object, the perfection of wisdom will manifest right before us in our daily experiences. As long as you're still caught up in subject and object, you need to realize that you don't have wisdom. Without wisdom, everything you practice is just creating blessings. Master Huaining put it well in the Platform Sutra. This is something even the Buddha can't sort out for you. And what is this something referring to? It's the great matter of birth and death. Escaping the 6 realms of rebirth, blessings alone can't solve it. Practicing generosity, keeping precepts, patience, diligence, or meditation won't get you out. You can't escape the 6 realms. If you want to break free, what can actually do the job? Prajnaparamita can solve it. Prajnaparamita can help you break free from the 6 realms of rebirth, and it can help you transcend the 10 Dharma realms as well. That's why the teaching of wisdom, prajna, has become the central subject of Buddhism. This is the reason behind it. Within this, all the sutras spoken by Shakyamuni Buddha, whether they are considered major or minor. Name in Chinese? All the sutras and treatises never depart from Prajnaparamita. Why is that? Prajnaparamita is the essence of all Buddhist teachings. All teachings arise from Prajnaparamita. When the patriarchs of the Mahayana Sutras categorize them, what do they use as the central theme for all Mahayana Sutras? They use ultimate reality as the theme. Reality prajna. So, where is Prajnaparamita found? Every single word and sentence in this scripture contains Prajnaparamita. That's why the meaning within every word and sentence of this scripture is endless. How could you ever finish explaining it all? To be clear, it wouldn't be over the top to spend 2 hours explaining just one word to everyone. Could you really finish explaining the meaning in 2 hours? There's so much to say. Even if you spent 2 hours on a sentence, or just on a single word, it would still only be a rough overview. It's definitely not a detailed explanation. If you went into detail, then every single word and sentence would be, just like what's described in the Buddhist scriptures, endless elaboration, endless discussion, and still you'd never finish. You'd truly never, ever finish. So from this, you can see just how important prajna wisdom is. As for this scripture, we can only discuss it up to this point. For general explanations of prajna, you can refer to the works of well-known and highly respected masters, including those from both the past and the present, for further study. Whether it's Jian Weinong's commentary on the Diamond Sutra or layman Zhu Jian's complete notes on the Heart Sutra, they are both excellent. If we read more of these, over time, we'll slowly and gradually develop some understanding of prajna, bit by bit. Now, these 2.5 verses, well, these 4 lines make up a verse, and the half verse. Was shown to us by Bhikshu Fazang. To demonstrate the 6 paramitas, generosity, morality, patience, diligence, meditation, and wisdom, and to reveal the eightfold suffering of. It's also about learning the Dharma doors and cutting off afflictions, as mentioned in the 4 great vows. We'll use these 2 lines to wrap things up as a summary connection. Sentient beings attain liberation. This line is actually the first of the 4 great vows. Sentient beings are countless. I vow to save them all. That's what a liberationer means, and to liberate, we need to help them achieve it. This is what's often referred to as the 84,000 Dharma doors, the countless Dharma doors. But even though we say this, when will we actually be able to use these countless Dharma doors to help sentient beings? You have to become a Buddha first. If you're not a Buddha, you just can't do it. In Buddhism, the differences are like what's described in the Universal Gate chapter, where it says that Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva manifests in 32 forms. If someone can be liberated by hearing the voice of a Buddha, then Avalokiteshvara will appear as a Buddha and teach the Dharma. Manifesting as a Buddha means being able to teach countless Dharma doors. Make sure you remember this, everyone. When does one manifest the Buddha's form? It all depends on the karmic conditions of sentient beings. The conditions must be ripe. At this point, the conditions aren't just simple. In other words, the karmic conditions for all sorts of different dispositions have matured. So, when you manifest and teach the Dharma, you can't just teach one method. You have to cater to all the different capacities, presenting various Dharma doors according to the situation. In this case, you definitely need to manifest the Buddha's form. So, all Buddhas and Tathagatas manifest and teach the Dharma for all sentient beings, not according to their own wishes. It's in response to the conditions. They join beings. They go along with those whose roots are mature, but it's only when many different types of beings with mature roots have all ripened together, that's when the Buddha's form is manifested. That's when various Dharma doors are taught. Buddha entered parinirvana. No Buddha appeared 3,000 years. Why is that? Because there hasn't been the opportunity. And in the times that follow, in a particular region or place, when the roots of sentient beings mature, most of them are of the same type. When one type of root matures, then a bodhisattva manifests instead. This is just one practice. During Dharma ending age, world-honored one explained in Masanipta Sutra. Age of true Dharma, precepts, semblance Dharma, meditation, Dharma ending, pure land practice. From foundation maturity. In the age of true Dharma, those with the foundation for upholding precepts and attaining fruition mature. In the age of semblance Dharma, those with the foundation for meditation mature. And in the Dharma ending age, it's those with the foundation for pure land practice who mature. When reading sutras or hearing the Buddha's words, grasp his meaning. This is important for us, as it helps us to thoughtfully and carefully choose a practice that is most suitable and beneficial for ourselves. For others, it also helps us connect with, understand, and offer meaningful assistance to all sentient beings, allowing us to provide support and compassion to everyone. So today, when it comes to the wider community, how do we help them? With just one recitation of the Buddha's name. By letting it enter through their ears, it becomes an everlasting seed of the path. We use this one phrase, Amitabha Buddha, to help them. Whether they believe it or not, as long as they hear the Buddha's name, it's gone in. It stays in the alaya consciousness and will never be erased. In the future, when the right conditions arise again, it will manifest. He'll take up Buddhism, recite the Buddha's name, aspire for rebirth in the Pure Land, and be reborn in the land of ultimate bliss. As long as you let them hear this Buddha's name or see the image of Amitabha Buddha, a glance will be imprinted in their alaya consciousness. So, seeing or hearing Amitabha's image or name, this very name. Many beings guided. So here in Singapore, it's a tropical place. There's only one season all year round, not four. It's convenient here. You can just wear a t-shirt all year and don't need to put on extra clothes. If we print Amitabha Buddha on our t-shirts and walk around the streets, we'll have helped many people just like that. When you go out running errands or shopping wearing this Amitabha Buddha t-shirt, see how many people you help guide. You're letting others see the name of Amitabha Buddha. Many people studied English, so we printed Amitabha Buddha's name in Chinese and English on the shirt. People are helped. Here in Singapore, we use 4 languages, Malay, Tamil, and so on, so I hope that in the future, when you print Amitabha Buddha t-shirts, you'll include all 4 languages. When you wear these shirts out, it really shows our multiculturalism. It's about helping all sentient beings. This is for all to be guided and helped. We should use this method. You've really got to know how to do this. And the designs are really beautiful, so that everyone who sees them will feel a sense of joy. Just look at what young people are wearing these days. Their shirts are all covered in images of demons and monsters. It's enough to scare you. The costume we wear is the peaceful Amitabha Buddha to save these demons and ghosts. So, I feel that the clothes we're making now still aren't good enough. Even though more people are wearing them, it's still not widespread. We should be making them in large quantities and giving them away for free. In the future, well, the Lay Buddhist Center won't just be about meals, nor just about clothing. We'll print these t-shirts and have them available at the dining area downstairs. Everyone can take one and put it on. Next time you come, if you're wearing this shirt, we'll serve you. If not, we won't. That's a good thing. So what's this about? It's the principle of beauty and excellence. The one who knows how to cross over is called Buddha. So who does this one who crosses over refer to? Those who already believe in the Pure Land teachings and are practicing them in the Dharma ending age. You could say these people's roots have matured. They are ready. For those whose roots have matured, we are determined to help them achieve rebirth in this very lifetime. That's why we are building the chanting hall, why we are establishing Amitabha village. Why is that? It's because the one who knows how to cross over is called Buddha. I want to put this saying into practice. So, building Amitabha village, building this chanting hall is all about putting this into action. We are not reciting this sutra for nothing. We are giving it our all, doing it thoroughly and wholeheartedly. Some people's roots are nearly mature, not quite there yet, but already 70 or 80%. If we give them a bit more support, help them along, they'll reach a full 100%. Once they reach a full 100%, they'll be reborn in the Pure Land without ever falling back and become a Buddha. You all need to understand, even if someone is already 70 or 80% there, if they don't come across this opportunity, they won't be able to be reborn in this lifetime. Do they have to wait for the next life? But the next life isn't necessarily the very next one. It could be countless lives and eons before they get another chance. It's really not easy to come across this opportunity again next time. This kind of chance is incredibly rare, even in hundreds of thousands of eons. So once we understand these facts and the truth, we really need to treasure this opportunity. If you find it, don't let it slip. If you encounter it, you must be truly sincere. Many people doubt, they wonder, we've come across, now we are volunteering, but others are reciting the Buddha's name and being reborn. What will happen to us? You might not want to volunteer and recite the Buddha's name. No one left to support. Bodhisattva knew this. Sutras say, if you encourage two people, better than being diligent yourself. Encourage a dozen people and you gain immeasurable merit. If you can support them achieve rebirth. Unless you don't want rebirth. If you want rebirth but your Buddha name recitation isn't strong enough, when your time comes those you helped will say, Amitabha Buddha, why was I able to be reborn in the Pure Land? It was because they've helped me. Hurry, fetch them, Amitabha Buddha comes. People here forget kindness and ignore those helped us. People reborn in the land of ultimate bliss know how to be grateful and repay kindness. If you help them achieve rebirth, they will help you later. I think everyone who hears this reasoning will nod in agreement and acknowledge it. Our good deeds will never go to waste. I encourage everyone, unite wholeheartedly, help others achieve rebirth. By helping them, we help ourselves. Benefiting others is benefiting ourselves. That's all for today.